Talking about the golden prototype, I want to explain you like different parts. About the cable, we already have in the cable factory the final prototype. We think we have the right braiding, the right aluminum finishing, the electronics of the cable is also what we want, but we are not sure about the logo. We have a better logo, better than this, because we didn't like this. We have changed it a couple of things, but we are not sure if we want a logo in the cable, because it's just a cable. We don't want to show our logo in one keycap, in one cable, in the panrest, lot of logos. In the Hubble, we have also logo. So we have to decide. We have done a cable only with one logo in one side. So when we receive the prototype, we will check the cable like this, and then we will check the cable like this, and we will show people and see what people think, if it's necessary the logo or not. The next thing we are going to validate is the panrest. We are not making the panrest golden prototype. Maybe this is the only thing we are not making directly in the golden prototype. Why? Because it requires a tooling, expensive tooling. Because in our panrest, all the fabric and the PU is like curved in all the perimeter, so it needs a metal tooling for that to manufacture. And we don't want to pay the metal tooling until we are sure about the thickness, the fabric, the anti-slipping and all that. So we have made a prototype using a tooling the manufacturer already had. It's like a round tooling with absolutely different shape, but with the same fabric, the same foam, the same anti-slipping material, and also the same artwork, the silkscreen. So we will receive it in a few days here, and we are going to test, check, validate the comfort is the comfort we want, and then we will pay the tooling and we will make the proper golden sample. So maybe it's a bit late than the rest of the prototype. Other interesting things is that we are already receiving photographs of the first pieces of the golden prototype. One of the first photographs we have received is the 3D printing of the partition cover. Okay, we have a partition cover here and also in the right side. It's like a plastic piece. We used to cover the side and avoid the light from inside the keyboard going out. We are going to prototype it in 3D printing and also painting. And we have also received the photograph of the special keycaps. As you know, we have 8 special keycaps for the thumb. It's not off the shelf keycap, so we need to make it special. So we have also 3D printed it. We will 3D print, we will paint, and then we will laser. So after the laser, we will have the backlight. For this 3D printing, we are using translucent material. Let me update you about the Hubble. The plastic parts of the Hubble have been made by CNC. In this video you can see how the CNC process works in the Hubble. Okay, this is the translucent parts. We still have to make the metal cover in aluminum, and the translucent parts are being painted. We will show you the photographs when we have it. About the top panel, well, the top panel left and right will be something like that, made in aluminum. We have to sandblast it and also to brush the top surface and then anodize. Today we already have the CNC piece. We still have to do the other processes. About the base, the current state is we did the left side of the base in 3 different pieces, okay, 2 translucent pieces and 1 big transparent piece, and we did a pre-assembly in our assembly factory. It fits properly, it's transporting the light properly, so we have confirmed the left side, and we are tonight going to mill the right side. About the keycap and switch puller, we are using an off-the-shelf component, off-the-shelf piece, but we are putting our logo and we are injecting it in 2 colors, in dark green and white. So we will receive a sample with our logo in green color, and we will check if the color is okay, and then we will confirm. Okay, so you will receive one of those with your raised keyboard. About the PCBs, we already did the bare PCBs, the shape, the external shape of the PCB, and we have already ordered all the components. So we are going to do, between today and tomorrow, the PCBA, that means the assembly of all the components in the PCB. When we receive the PCBs, we will flash our firmware and test everything works. Our main goal is that the PCB works, at least the light of the PCBs work, so we can test the base using the proper PCBs. Hey guys, we have new photographs about the aluminum case of the race. The sandblasting, the brassing, everything is finished, and we did the anodizing with the colors. About the hubble, we also have the same finishing in the hubble, and we also have a painted plastic parts. Okay, so we did the final assembly. We found some problems. We are trying to fix it right now in the adjustment of the hubble top, of the hubble cover with the plastic. This problem is coming from the stamping pieces. We still don't know if we need to modify the design or the curves, the shapes and the radius, or it's just because it's a prototype and we just need to make it better in production. Factory is working in that right now. We also received the base, as I commented in the previous video. So now we have tested the assembly between the base and the top case, and it looks good. We found some small defects we want to fix, but I don't think it's affecting to our decision about the golden sample because it's a prototype, handmade, but basically the fitting is good enough. In addition, we have received the metal pins for the joint. It's a stainless steel CNC set of pieces. It's the first time we received that, so we are going to do our first test with it and then decide modifications. About the PCBs, we already received the PCBA, that means the bare PCB with all the components assembled. Okay, now to be able to test it, we have to flash the firmware and check it. We will do it during the next days. When we have the PCB working, the metal case, the base and everything, we will test the lights. We have also received the first Mylar sample. The Mylar is the PC sticker we are sticking underneath the keyboard to protect the base, and it will have artwork in the future, but now it's just a simple Mylar with a finishing very similar, or it's supposed to be very similar to the aluminum. We still have to check it, but in photographs I think it looks good. And we also have ready the special keycaps. Remember, we already had a 3D printing of the keycap. Now we painted that in black and laser it with the artwork. So now we have it finished. Between today and tomorrow we will finish the rest of the keycaps, the standard keycaps, but with our custom artwork. In this case it will be the Spanish layout in ISO. The second golden prototype we will do it in silver color and ANSI layout. Today we had the first validation session of the golden prototype in our assembly factory in China. Okay, so we have the full golden prototype assembled. We sent there our consultants and we had a video conference to check everything. And we have good news, but also bad news. So let me explain this to you. About the good news, the base and the top and the screws and the Mylar and everything is fitting properly. The screws are not colliding with anything, everything fits properly, and the final block is really solid, so that's very good. The switches are fitting properly. The PCB also was fitting perfectly with everything, and all the components of the PCB are not colliding with anything. So in general, assemble and dimensions and the drawings are good. Other good thing is the keycaps. The keycaps are okay. We have a laser keycaps. I mean, obviously we can't prototype the PVT keycaps because we need the mold for that, but we did custom artwork laser keycaps, and it looks good, the quality is good, and the special keycaps are made in 3D printing with paint and also laser, and we think it looks good. Okay, we have to check it personally here in Valencia because we only saw videos and photographs, but we think the result is good. About the bad things, our supplier made a mistake with the metal pins, and the dimensions were not the right dimensions. The pin is 0.5 millimeters wider, and it's a huge problem. So it doesn't fit properly with the plastic joint. So we can test the pins at the same time with the plastic joint, and the magnet is in the plastic joint piece. So basically we can't test the joint of the product. The solution of this is repeat these pieces. So we have explained them, they have to repeat it, and they are already doing it. They are going to modify just the sides of each metal pin. It's a pity because we just needed that to validate, but we are going to wait a little to have the new pieces. Other failure is the PCB. The PCB dimensions are okay, but it's not working properly. We still don't know why, but when we flashed the firmware in the PCB, it didn't work properly, the light mainly. And we needed the light to validate the base. So it's been a big problem. We are not happy with that because it's not an electronics problem, it's just an execution problem. This PCB is not a factory-made PCB, it's a hand-made PCB because it's a prototype and there should be any problem. As we need to fix it as soon as possible, we have two solutions. The first one is obviously they are going to check the PCB with our drawings and with our specifications and find the problem and fix it. But they have also sent us a set of PCBs, so my colleague Matt is going to work in that and fix it. So if they can't fix it, we will do it 100% sure. And another problem, a small one, is that the rubber legs, the small rubber legs under the keyboard were not properly cutted. In mass production, it will be cutted with a die cut, but in the prototype they did it by hand. It wasn't good enough. It didn't fit properly in the mailer, so they had to repeat it. With all these issues, we need to repeat the session. We are going to do a session as soon as possible, in a few days, where they have fixed all the problems and we validate it again. We really wanted to validate it in this session, but it hasn't been possible. We can validate maybe a big part of the things, but not all of them. So it's much better to fix the problems and do a session very soon. So I will update you with the next session, and that's all. See you next time.
If you're interested to learn more about the Raise keyboard, you can click the subscribe button. Or if you're interested to purchase one of these beauties, you can head over to our website at dygma.com.